Welcome, guys, to the fifth episode of No.7. You're joined by me, Samir, again, joined by Sam, and we're also joined by Julian.
Alright, Samir, I'll take it from here. It's pretty obvious what we're going to talk about this weekend, considering you two are Arsenal fans. So I want your opinions on your performance at Goodison, or if you even showed up there. I'm not sure if Everton were playing against anyone. Your this season in general, and whether you want Wenger in, Wenger out, or Wenger maybe. Julian, we'll start with you.
I'll start, I think. Oh, Julian, go on.
You want to start? I don't mind, man.
I'll go.
One of you get on with that. I know it was bad, but come on.
It was an absolute disgrace. A total shambles. Guys couldn't even pass the red shirts. People were all over the place. There's no passion or anything, man. People were just running around. Not even running around. That's the main thing, that people ain't running around tracking. Baines had so much space constantly throughout the game. He was on the left-hand side. Rosicki wasn't tracking him. Carzola wasn't tracking him. It was like, just here, space. And how many times in the game was Barkley picking up space on the edge of the box or inside the box? Well, I've got to say, Everton played really well, first of all. I don't want to take it away from them because they played really well. Barkley is an immense player, man. He kept just, in our midfield, he just kept touring apart. And all he was doing was carrying the ball himself. He wasn't even passing the ball. He was carrying us. So he's a great talent. They need to try and keep on hold on him. But Arsenal, on the whole, just imploded again, man. It started such a promising season. At top for so long. Julian, you showed me a stat. How many days was it? 123 were at top for?
Something like that. It was like the second team was Chelsea with like 60-something days at the top of the table, and you know we've been on top for so long, but yet again, come February, March, April, we slipped down again. It's like today we had Flamini in defense midfield, but there was just no structure. Like Sanya, he was doing all the defending by himself. Cazorla, he's not a winger. Rosicki, he's not a winger. They're getting played out of positions. They're not tracking back. And Sanya was just getting ripped all game. And
So look, this is the question. As you're both Arsenal fans, Wenger out, Wenger in, or Wenger maybe?
I'm going to be honest with this question, to be honest. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't know if I want him in. I don't know if I want him out. I just want something. Something's got to give. I was talking to some friends after the game, and he was saying, "What do you think's wrong?" There's many things wrong, man. The players we have, the squad's obviously not big enough because we can't keep injuries is a problem as well. There must be something that Arsenal are doing wrong because constantly every year there's someone big injured for us, and we shouldn't be able to blame it on injuries as well. Our squad should be big enough to say that the replacements that will come in for those injuries will be good enough to at least stand on their 2 feet and fight for a team. It's just all of them just seem so lethargic. Arteta was amazingly poor today, amazingly poor. He couldn't pass. He was doing everything wrong. I don't know if it was the emotions or stuff, but it's the poorest game I've seen him play.
Well, so let's be blunt now. You're both lifelong Arsenal fans. 2 words: Wenger in, Wenger out, or Wenger maybe.
Maybe, I say.
Julian?
I've never been Wenger in or Wenger out, but I think if he wins the FA Cup, if he wins it or not, actually, he should just leave. But if he does, he could go out on like a high. He can make up for that.
So basically, both of you saying Wenger out. You've had
I said maybe, but
you know you want to say out. You know you want to say out.
No, I won't say out, man. I won't say out. I'll say maybe.
Right, so that's the manager done and dusted now. Let's move on to something else. Arsenal. I believe, which is the root of the problem. I don't think your tactics are bad. I don't think the way you play football is bad, or your passion or anything else is bad. I think that's all fine. But I think the main root of the problem here is your transfer policy. Because, I mean,
no, I disagree.
This is Arsenal here. This is Arsenal. You went that whole season unbeaten and whatnot, and now you've sort of descended into rubbish. Taking players that are already injured on loan and putting them on your bench. What's all that about? So I think, what do you two think? I think our transfers is the main issue here.
Transfer policy is just like the beginning of our troubles.
Yeah,
I think. Go on, Smith.
I agree with Julian. It's part of the problem, man. I'll list the problems for you. There's an issue with Wenger because he can't adapt to the game in front of him. When we talk about like if we're playing a different team. Also, transfers. Are we spending too much on some players? Are we not trying to buy players? Wenger, I think, was so worried in January about ruining the team's feelings and stuff like that, like because we were top at the time and stuff. So he didn't want to bring anyone. Giroud is a major problem at the moment. He couldn't even hold off Dissan, or he couldn't hold off anyone, and he couldn't hold the ball for 5 seconds. So that's an issue as well. Injuries is a big issue. There's something obviously evidently wrong. We seem to be not able to defend as a team as well. Our defense can defend, but the rest of them are just like, oh, we're going to leave it. Like Julian said, I think Senga was our best player. Even Mertesacker, who's been decent this season, was poor as well again. And for Marlin, man, for someone that was such a great defender, I thought now we've got Kashani, Mertesacker, for Marlin. Those three will sort our centre back. But Marlin was so poor.
Everything you said there relates back to your transfer policy, though. Because the centre backs, they don't have any competition. So why? What is their sort of? Where does the determination to be the number one at centre back every game come from? Where's left back? Maybe left back you do. Right back, who? Right back. The only place you have depth, actually in strength, is in midfield. Strikers, I don't even know. Sanogo, Bentner, don't even get me started. They're no one to be. If you're competing with those two, you know you're going wrong.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Giroud, yeah. This is really controversial, but as an Arsenal fan, I think he's a good striker. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. I'm not saying he is. He's a really good striker, but for like a club like Arsenal, who's had strikers like Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, fair enough. They've played with amazing teams, and I think we do have an amazing team, especially in midfield. If we get a quality striker to help him out, then I think he will do like he's 19 goals this season. Okay, fair enough. He's got like 12, 13 in the league. But, you know, he's still a 20-goal season as striker. And I think he's just getting, like, hated on so much, especially by Arsenal fans.
No, but with that, Julian, I agree with that. He's getting hate. His link-up play is decent. But that's the only thing, like, Arsenal swinging...
Yeah, I'm not saying he's the best.
But Arsenal swinging crosses and he's not there. He's probably standing on the left wing.
Look at the quality of the crosses, though. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah, but why are you talking about crosses? You're supposed to pass the ball.
Yeah,
am I wrong here in saying Arsenal are not supposed to cross the ball?
Yeah, you're right. But like you said last week, that Pep didn't adapt to the situation when he played United. It's the same thing with Wenger. He's not adapting. At some points, we'll have to cross the ball because we can't pass every team out of the block.
You just said it though, 30 seconds ago. Your crosses are poor. You're not a crossing team. So why are you going to play to your poor aspects of your game?
But isn't Giroud supposed to be known for his good heading though? Isn't that that's his major thing?
Yeah, but if there's poor crosses, how are you supposed to head it?
Get better crossing then, innit? What's the training ground for? You go there 5 days a week.
I don't think you should be talking about that when. Also, if you are going to base it on crosses, you should have Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right, not playing defensive midfield or anything like that. He didn't even make the 11 today, did he?
No. I don't know why he didn't start. And
like another thing, like with the Giroud thing, and Julian was like saying that another thing I think is like that's someone we bought in the summer, Mesut Ozil, 45 million, yeah, or something along those lines.
42.
Yeah. That's not the player Ozil needs in front of him. And what I mean by that is he needs someone that goes in behind. Giroud's not he hasn't got the pace to go in behind that kind of stuff. So
I disagree.
So what, you think Ozil should adapt his game to Giroud? Because Giroud is never running onto any ball and outpace a defender to score, is he?
Why should Ozil have someone with pace that play the game? Look, I might be a bit biased here, yeah, but Juan Mata, yeah, he doesn't have anyone with pace in front of him to run the game. This game he played yesterday against Newcastle, he didn't play anyone in behind with pace.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need to be...
He's the same sort of player, probably with 10-15 more goals a season than Ozil. And yet he gets the job done. I think Ozil should be held accountable for a lot of things. He thought, I'll show up here, I'll play, I'll be alright because I'm a Galactico. I think he's come up here and he's had a severe shock and he's like, what is this? I don't want this, I don't want to get my hands dirty.
But to be fair, Matt has been there for how many years in the Premier League already, and Ozil's his first year.
First season, Matt can't play in the wing and he's still got player of the season.
Yeah, he's a quality player, I'm not denying that, but I don't think we can blame Ozil on the whole disaster that is Arsenal. Yeah, I agree with the one of the worst things was I think the Liverpool game. You know when we got smashed, he lost the ball and wouldn't get up and chase back, and that's one of the things that irritated me. So yeah, I can see understanding, but I'm not gonna blame Ozil on the whole thing. But yeah, part of the problem probably is there's a lot of things that's wrong at the moment, and like I said to a lot of United fans, like it's 9 years we haven't won anything, and that's like it's just like bullshit. You one year after another, it's one thing, it's another thing. It's excuses after excuses, and like United fans only had like 1 year of disaster, man. So I don't know what they'd go through if we went through something Arsenal have just gone through, but I don't know. Something needs to give. Something needs to give.
Alright, I think that's enough before you two start crying. Let's move on to your fourth spot contenders, Everton. How do you think they're gonna go? How do you think their team is gonna look going forward? Like sort of into next season, do you think they'll be able to keep up this effort if they do get fourth, or if you manage to pit them to fourth? Do you think they'll be able to improve their squad to keep up this level of performance, or do you think it's just a one-off?
No, I think they'll get money from the Champions League, obviously, so that'll give them a chance. I think they need to get another striker. I don't think Everton can afford him. I don't think Chelsea might not even sell him to Everton, so that'll be an issue to sort out. But I don't see why not, man. There are some quality players. Baines is really good. They've got a good centre-back partnership. I know Distan's aging Jagielka, so that's probably something they need to look at. Tim Howard is really good today as well. I think right-back Coleman's been amazing, probably the best right-back in my opinion in the Premier League this season. Been amazing going forward, scored a few goals as well. Barkley is the biggest talent they have. They need to keep hold of that guy. I think he will stay there for a long time, but he's central to everything they do now, I think. And they got to not build a team around him necessarily, but he's got to be a focal point of that team because he made amazing today, man. Really well.
So you think they'll be able to keep it up going into next season?
If they can replace the players they're going to lose from the loan stuff. And yeah, why not, man? Martinez is doing a good job there, man. I was one of the doubters. I'm gonna be honest about it. Like he was managing a team Wigan that did win the FA Cup, but they also got relegated. But I just showed with the better players he can do quite well.
And also, you think they'll pip you to fourth?
I don't think so. I still don't think so. If you look at their fixtures, I don't think so. But if they do, then maybe it'll be a good wake-up call for the whole Arsenal board and team. But I don't think they will. But we'll see in the coming weeks how that conspires.
All right, so we'll stay on Merseyside. Let's move over to Liverpool. They managed to, I hate saying this, but they managed to actually win 2-1 at Upton Park today due to a couple penalties as usual. Did any of you watch the game, or are you not bothered about thinking about football?
I've seen the incidents, but I didn't watch the whole game, no. But I heard that it wasn't an easy win. It was like West Ham put up a good fight.
Well, there was a couple of issues with the referee. The linesman disallowed West Ham's goal, and the referee decided to give it. And then also around 70 minutes, I think it was, the referee gave a penalty to Liverpool, which shouldn't have been a penalty, and that ultimately proved to be the winning goal. So do you think they'll be able to go on and win the title now, or do you think it'll be proved too much for them?
No, I think it will come down to the City game, man. Whoever wins that game will win the title, in my opinion. And I think, is it next week they're playing them? I'm not sure, 100%.
It is. It's next Sunday.
Yeah, so I think he'll win it. Why not, man? That Suarez, again, played amazing. Like, he had a few good attempts that hit the crossbar and stuff. That guy is immense, man. What? I don't know. Let me ask Julian this question, actually, directly. Sorry to go back to Arsenal, but would you take Ozil or Suarez, knowing now what's happened? I would. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard still, because you don't want to say Ozil's like he's a good player, obviously.
I'll take Suarez.
Yeah. Alright, moving back. Yeah, I'll probably take Suarez as well. But yeah, he's immense. Storage was quite quiet today, but I think all of the Liverpool players will be up for it definitely on against City.
I've sort of been talking to a few friends on Twitter, and they sort of were all laughing about the prospect of Fernando Torres scoring a goal at Anfield to prevent them winning the title.
I don't think Torres can buy a goal at the moment. So
you reckon?
I don't think that will happen.
I can see that happening though. If he's going to score in all games, he would score in that game.
I don't know, man. For a player that I love so much, if he's just gone off the boil totally since that 50 million move, man. He was a great player for Liverpool, man. He should cut through teams so easily and stuff, but now, no, man, he's just so poor. Even Mourinho had to go, man, after the PSG game, so I think he'll be out the door in the summer, probably on loan because no one can afford his wages. And
Speaking of Mourinho,
hmm
Chelsea managed to win a game this weekend. They won what 3-0 was it?
Yeah.
3-0, back to firing on all cylinders. Lampard got a penalty as usual.
Missed it for once, but he scored the rebound.
I hate Frank Lampard.
Why?
Huh?
Why do you hate him?
Because let's not go there. I don't want to get riled up here. Let's not go there. So what, do we think their title chances are dead and buried now?
No, they're not dead and buried. They still got a chance. But
well, according to Mourinho, they're dead and buried.
yeah, Mourinho says a lot of things, man, that you shouldn't believe. But like, I think inconsistency is the issue, man. In potentially they should have the title in their hands at the moment with their drop points at Crystal Palace, especially. They're still in there. I don't know if they'll win it or not because you can't win a title without a striker, and none of their strikers seem to be firing at the moment. So maybe I don't know. Like, what do you think, Julian? Do you think a midfield can fire you to the title? Because their midfield is really good.
Yeah, man. If it's mathematically possible, then anyone's still in it.
Yeah.
But I think Chelsea, yeah, Mourinho is just talking rubbish.
I like the man. I like the manager. I like the manager, but I don't like the things he does outside the game.
Manager, but it just all this talk about we're not good enough, or we're still in the Champions League. There's too many games. No, man, it's rubbish.
Do you think he's setting himself up? So if Chelsea win it, he can say, "Oh, I didn't think we'd win it, but look how good a job I done and we won it."
Stupid, wouldn't he?
This is the question though. Would he get away with winning nothing at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would. This first season, he would. A second season will be the issue.
I disagree. I disagree though.
Nah, they wouldn't sack him, bro. They'll give him another season. Then they would look at it.
I don't know, but it's not just the club, it's the fans though. They will turn around and say, "What are you doing?"
No, they love him too much, man.
Selling the player of the season for the last 2 seasons to your rivals, and we lost the title.
No, man, they love him too much. Trust me, you don't understand. They love Mourinho. Look at the Mata thing. They should be pissed off about that, but they weren't. They were all on Mourinho's side, most of them. They're saying, "Oh, it's Mourinho. He knows what's best." And yeah, he still let Mata go. And look at how much they love him. Nah, he'll get another season.
Look, they've let him go, and now it looks like their title challenge is falling to pieces.
Yeah, but that's not due to the midfield, though, isn't it? That's due to a lack of a good striker.
Yeah, but what did Mata bring? Goals.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but I still think I don't understand. I can see why he sold him, but I don't understand why he sold him to United. That's what I don't understand. I can see why he sold him, but not why he sold him.
Alright, speaking of United, we swiftly breezed past Newcastle 4-0, and the man of the moment, Juan Mata, running the show as usual. Did any of you see those goals? Or
no, I don't know about as usual. First of all, I don't know about as usual. This is his first good game for United.
To be fair, he's had 2 or 3 good games. You just haven't seen it because you don't watch the whole United games, do you?
No, we don't watch United, man. Not this season. No, I saw the. It was good, man. It was good interstage. Especially, I like the Januzaj goal. That was quite a good play. I like that goal. And Chich was amazing as well, by the way. I thought he played really, really well.
I think as a United fan, going forward, we have the tools to do damage next season. I think we just need 2 top quality centre mids. I don't know, maybe look at the prospect of getting rid of Fellaini because he just looks. He has ability, but he looks mentally like he's not up to it.
Sam, let me ask you this question. Actually, let me ask you this question. If you don't get Champions League, which it looks like at the moment you won't, do you think you can attract the type of player that United need?
Of course we can. We're rich.
Yeah, but like you can't just say you're rich and they're gonna come. Like say okay, so if you and Man City are going for the same player, who are they gonna go to?
Well, number one, it depends what type of player it is. If it's a holding midfielder, I think the holding midfielder will come to us because who wants to compete with Yaya Toure and Fernandinho when he can go across the yard and get a starting spot every week?
Okay, so what type of players would you target? Go on, give me some names. Who would you want?
Well, I think we should do our almighty to get Toni Kroos.
Yeah.
Even if it means like a Wayne Rooney-ish contract, I think we should do it because it not only it sends a statement out, it also means we have a nucleus of players that can also attract other top players just by being at the club. So
Okay.
like the likes of Mata, Van Persie, Rooney, Januzaj, Kagawa, and then you add Kroos to that. Who
Mhm.
wouldn't want to come and play for us, regardless of the manager?
So
Who would?
what about your centre backs? Because Vidic is leaving. Obviously, Rio Ferdinand has had his
Yeah,
day now.
that's a big problem. That's a big problem. But I would actually go into Syria after that. You know the Moroccan centre back,
And that,
Benicia.
yeah.
Yeah, I would go for him, 100%. You know, because I don't think he would come on the expensive side. Maybe 15, 20 million euros.
Hmm. I
Um,
think it'd definitely be an interesting summer for you, because I'm still up that I love to see what Moyes does because he has some money and kind of stuff like that. But
Also,
what about what about someone like Barkley? Like I think he'd be good for United.
I
If you
don't know.
splash your,
That would be
yeah,
hard though.
but if you splash your cash, would you go for someone that's young that's got like maybe 10 years, 11 years in front of him, and he's played in the Premier League already? Whereas Kroos might have to adapt for a few months,
You
and
see, the
Barkley
thing
plays
is,
in.
with Barkley, he doesn't play in a holding role though,
That's
and
true. I agree with that. He doesn't
we
hold that
stop
much.
we're stockpiling number 10s at the moment for some reason. I don't know why, because that's not United. We're all about number 7s, not number 10s. So something is sort of got to give there. If they're gonna go for Barkley, you might see someone like Kagawa or something heading out the exit door.
How much?
Um,
But how much does Tony Cruz offer defensively to you then? If you're looking for that position, do you
I
think?
think I've seen him play the holding role. He's not that bad, I suppose, but I think if you're going to get Cruz in, you need someone in, like, they're also talking about this guy, William Carvalho,
Mhm.
whose passing is not that good, you know, he can't really get his head up, but he's only 21, 22, so he can improve that. But if you pair Cruz and Carvalho together, that's pace, power, and strength together with exceptional passing ability.
Mhm.
You can't go wrong.
But you got like I agree with that definitely. But one of the things that highlighted to me, especially after watching today's game with Everton, Arsenal Everton, they need a squad of players. Like so, say you get the Carvalhos and the Chris of this world, yeah, and you get the Bernat. One of them's out. Like you need to like, have the replacement stuff. So I think you still need. Do you think United need fringe players? Not fringe players, but squad players. We should say more. Do you
I
think
think
some more squad
I think
players?
Darren Fletcher is an exceptional cover player. And he
Hmm.
showed that against Newcastle. He's come in, he did a job. He didn't even know he was um he'd been out for a couple of years.
Hmm.
Also, Carrick can do it in his old age, no problem. Centre
Hmm.
back, that's a problem because like I would say Jones and Smalling are the partnership of the future, but with Jones he's been tossed around so many different positions.
Hmm.
Sometimes it looks like he's forgotten how to defend.
Hmm. I get you. I get you. But
And
I think we should move on for the Premier League. And one of the teams you mentioned was Bayern Munich, who you got in the week, and they
mm,
actually lost finally. I think it was after the how many games was it, Julian? 52nd, 53rd.
Yeah, they lost
Oh.
1-0 to Augsburg.
What kind of team were they playing? Were they playing a good team or second string?
Augsburg, they're not. I think they're like mid-table to lower.
Okay. What type of team did Bayern Munich play?
Oh, they were playing second string.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Any more news on Rooney, Sam? Is he gonna be fit
he'll
for
play
United?
100%. That was just mind games.
I don't understand what playing mind games are, man. He's just if he's fit, you say he's fit.
I don't know. I think it should be a casual away win for United on
Oh
Wednesday.
my gosh.
Casual away win.
The
Yeah.
confidence that oozes from this one, man. Flipping hell.
No, I think Man United. Let's talk serious. I think Man United do have a chance if they.
Yeah, I do think they have a chance. I'm not saying they're gonna,
They're
but I
not
think they
gonna
have a
get
good chance.
battered.
What's that?
They're not gonna get battered. They're not gonna get
No.
humiliated. But
Yeah.
Listen, if you lot can go there and get a result, anyone can go there and get a result. Let's be honest.
we're Arsenal Football Club, innit?
Oh, let's not get back into that.
Let's move on to La Liga. Apparently Bale scored a stunning goal. Sam and Julian, was it stunning or not?
That was rubbish. It was the goalkeeper. I don't know what he was doing, yeah, but he wasn't in his positioning was very poor. So all Bale did was aim for an open gap, and he got it in the gap.
And
He
they
scored way more amazing goals before.
yeah, but they won 4-0 against Real Sociedad. I thought Real Sociedad put more of a fight up, but In the second half, they were quite poor. I think the half-time goal from Real Madrid shocked their system a bit and just depleted. So. On a note of that, actually, I don't know if many Arsenal fans know, like Vela, we can buy back for peanuts. Apparently, I don't know if it's worth a shout. Do you think?
No.
No. But it's well.
No, I think he was given a chance, but in like Carling Cup and stuff. He had a long spell at West Brom, which wasn't that great, but I think he's a good striker. He's just not. It's not something Arsenal need. We need someone better.
Right, fair enough. Also, for people that don't know, it actually broke about, I think, an hour ago. Chris Hughton has been sacked by Norwich. Julian said to me when I told him finally, because Julian thinks he should have been sacked a long time ago. But Julian, you think they were going to be relegated? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course, man. The last games, like the last 5 games, Fulham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. They're not going to pick up any points. Maybe Fulham, but the other last 4 games, no, they've gone.
Fair enough. And a new addition to the Premier League, Leicester City got promoted this weekend because QPR failed to win against Bournemouth. So Leicester are the new team in the Premiership. What do you guys think of that? They've got a bit of money behind them. Do you think they'll survive in the Premier League or not?
I think they'll do quite well.
Yeah. They've got that good French player, Knockout, I think his name is. He looks really good. He scored their goal on the Friday as well, and he looks really good.
So I'm not up to date on the Championship. Like QPR are not even in a playoff position.
No, they are. I think they're definitely up there, but they've just been stuttering.
I think Burnley's gonna get promoted.
Yeah, Burnley maybe potentially. They got Ings as well. Like they got a strike force that's doing really well as well, haven't they? So yeah, it just shows how much good strike force can take you up the table, definitely. So I don't know. Is there anything else, guys, you want to add? Do you know any other news that you've heard of or read this week that you want to talk about?
No, I think that'll be it for this episode. Yeah. Let's wrap it up. Leave your comments down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And also, we'll probably have another episode out after the Champions League Thursday.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Or maybe on Wednesday, depending on
how dramatic it is.
Yeah. Depends. And also, next episode, we're definitely doing an Ultimate Team giveaway. So please leave your thoughts on that down below. Thanks. Bye.